JJ, the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So with the PPP Paycheck Protection Program, for those that file a partnership return, that's a Form 1065, the rules and regulations for a partnership are the same if you are filing an S Corp, a C Corp, a Schedule C, a Schedule F, as it relates to paying W-2 employees, as it relates to those payroll costs related to employees, as well as then the rent, utilities, and the interest that's in the business name. So across the board, regardless of what you are structured as, what you are filing, that's all treated the same, not only for the forgiveness amount, but then how it is affecting your taxes. So look at the recent videos that I've done related to these subjects in terms of what's the effect for the employer, what's the effect on the tax, etc. But what I wanted to make clear in this video is that for partnerships, there is no difference as it relates to that. Now, there are special rules for the partners. If the partners are paying themselves, which cannot, I don't know why this is the case, but cannot by law, partnerships cannot pay the partners wages. They can do guaranteed payments, they can do distributions. So in the body of this video, I'm going to put a link to the SBA's guidelines on how you're treating for forgiveness the amounts that are paid to the partners, because it's not wages. So you've got two things going on specific to the partnership. You have employees, you have wages to the employees, those payroll costs, rent, utilities, interest, possibly, but you have those. And then separate is the partners if there was money that was compensated to them. So what I really need you to do before you have any questions is go to the link, and I will indicate in the body what page to go to, and you will see a nice paragraph very specifically laying out how it is that you determine the forgiveness for the partnership partner. And I will just tell you this, it runs exactly the same with one difference. And please go to the link and read the paragraph. Might have to read it a couple times because I know I did. But it works like the self-employed because it is self-employed earnings that is able to be used for this forgiveness amount, meaning for the partner, it's what was paid out 2019 that qualifies to the partners, divided by 12 times 2.5, and then here's the one difference, the one change, the one extra item for the partner's compensation is that then that amount is times 92.35%. Why? Well, without getting too into the weeds, self-employment income, which is what a partner pays out to or what a partner receives from a partnership, self-employed income, not all of them. So the partnership's just a different animal when it comes to taxes. But for a partnership that pays out monies to the partner and what's paid out is subject to self-employment tax or the revenue that is allocated to the partner if it's subject to self-employment tax, and not on all not on all partnerships is that income subject to self-employment tax. So you're going to have to get with your tax advisor to get the determination of this, but you can look at Schedule K of your Form 1065, your Schedule K1, either place, and in Box 14, if there's self-employment earnings, then you know that you're going to qualify for getting some of what's paid to the partners as part of the forgiveness. And yeah, it's a mess for the partnerships. It's a mess as it relates to the compensation that's paid out to the partners. It's a mess in the sense that, okay, here's why it's a mess. There's so many different ways of partnership. They can be guaranteed payments. They can be guaranteed payments paid back on money that you put in. There can just be an allocation of income that's subject to self-employment tax, which depends on if you're active, materially involved. There's a ton of things that go into how is the income classified that goes to the partner. And so when you read that paragraph, I think it does narrow it down for you. You'll have to talk to your tax advisor to say, how is this income being allocated to me? But whatever that dollar amount is, this isn't the messy part, what I'm getting ready to tell you. whatever that dollar amount is that you're able to include in the calculation for PPP forgiveness to the partner is 2019's amount divided by 12 times 2.5 times 92.35%. That is the 7.65%, the employer half, if you will, or the secondary half of Social Security and Medicare taxes, i.e. self-employment taxes. So if you're scratching your head on this one, I think what you would want to do is maybe just watch this video again, go and look at the link, and then if you have any questions, it's probably going to your tax advisor again to inquire, how did I get taxed on this? Specifically, was it self-employment income? That's the part that is all messy. How did it get allocated to you? How did you pay tax on it in 2019? What line items did it show up in? What boxes did it show up in? How does that all come into play? Because whatever that dollar amount is, if it's self-employed, then it's just simply that amount for 2019 divided by 12 times 2.5 times 92.35%. I don't know that I did the greatest job explaining that because I'm trying to do it quickly, concisely. I followed what I said, but I know what it is that I'm talking about. And so anyways, I'm just saying I gave it a shot here, and hopefully it's something that will help you. But here's why I just said all that. Please, after you've talked to your advisor, after you've read the link to the SBA guidelines and kind of chewed through it, you might watch this video again, then please ask me what questions you have, because that'll tell me what maybe I need to include in another video. So if you watch my videos often, you know that I don't ever say what I just said here at the end. I just know that for those that are not familiar with the tax aspects of them as a partnership, what they're getting paid as a partner, this part can feel and come across as messy because it kind of is. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in.